Hello friends and family, and good morning from beautiful Dandridge, Tennessee. For today's Tennessee roadside adventure, it brings us to the Bush's Baked Beans Visitor Center and Museum. And it's really awesome because it's completely free. Like, you could walk through the museum, learn all the different history about Bush's Baked Beans. They have a really incredible gift shop. But the museum is actually like really interactive for the kiddos. Like, they can do like a whole like sheet of all the interactive things. They actually get like a little wristband at the end, which is really cool. But they have a cool like country like themed gift shop as well, with a bunch of different offerings there, of course specific to like Bush's Best, and a bunch of other really nice little things for like your home and kitchen. Of course, we're gonna eat at the Bush's Family Cafe. They have some really delicious food there. But the really cool thing about today's trip, you can actually meet Duke the dog today, which is absolutely incredible. So we definitely had to come out and do that. But before we get started, if you would subscribe and click the bell notification so you're aware of future uploads and live streams, we would greatly appreciate it. It is such a beautiful morning here in Dandridge, Tennessee. We're actually at the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains. You can never go wrong with some good views, but this whole parking lot is absolutely massive. Tons of parking for the Bush's Baked Beans Visitor Center. Actually, our last visit here, we got to eat at the Bush's Family Cafe. The food was really delicious and very reasonable prices, but everything wasn't quite decorated for fall time yet. And I noticed coming in like lots and lots of fall decorations, pumpkins and corn stalks. Like I said, I'm just excited to be here. And literally right across the road is the Bush's Family House. The awesome thing about this, actually December 9th to December 20th, I do believe it's like, I want to say 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can come here and actually tour the house completely free. Like right now they have it decorated beautifully for fall with some mums and pumpkins. Just a beautiful day, like I was saying. A quick little update out front though, if you are looking to come to the general store and museum, they're open 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and then the cafe 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday to Saturday. And the literal actual factory for Bush's Baked Beans is literally just right across the street. You can see some absolutely massive like cans of Bush's Baked Beans off in the distance. There's actually like the original baked bean can. Then if you look closely to the left hand side, you can see like a blue can of baked beans. Over here on the left hand side though is Bush's Best Family Cafe. Again, we're definitely going to be eating there today. They do have a good amount of like outdoor seating, and you can sit inside in case it is warm and you want some air conditioning. Like I was saying though, everything is decorated right now for fall time with lots of corn stalks, mums, pumpkins. Just a really great time to come out and visit. They have some really cool like things on the windows though. Roll that beautiful bean footage. So darn good. Just a beautiful day to be here in Dandridge, Tennessee. This whole area though, like I was saying, is decorated beautifully for fall time. You have the bushes since 1908. Some more corn stalks and pumpkins out here. Let's see what else we got doing. A lot of this is literally brand new since the last time we were here though. A bunch of assorted photo ops. Let's see what we have. Here is the Bush's Best literal like can of beans, classic bacon with brown sugar. And again, this is right off in the distance, like in the backdrop of the actual factory itself. Like you can see the massive can of baked beans and then the little photo op that they do have. And then right out here is the visitor center like logo since 1908 for Bush's Best. So you'll notice a whole bunch of like different photo ops before you even go inside. And you can see like Duke the dog. Really excited to see him today. Here is the AJ Bush & Company general merchandise store. But it does look like they do have another brand new photo op since the last time we were here. They actually have a Bush's Best truck on the outside. The truck says I was born in 1940. Like, how cool is that? So another one of those really cool photo ops. This is really incredible though, with the white wall tires, Firestone, a big Ford truck. This whole area though, before you go inside the gift shop and museum, is decorated very, very beautiful for fall. Like, how country is this with like these old doors repurposed? They put a little bench on the inside there, but you got like some fall leaves. Here's another cool photo op actually. Like, how cool is this little booth? Actually has some signage there for Tennessee with some gourds, pumpkins, and mums. Lots and lots of hay bales and wagons on the outside. Here's the actual office though for A.J. Bush and Company General Merchandise. Roll that beautiful bean footage. There's like Duke the dog, like actual commercial like pictures, so that is really neat. And it looks like they do actually have some of the assorted merchandise out here, so you can check out. They have some rugs for outside. Happy campers live here. Here's a version with like a whole bunch of oars. Oh, look at this. In this house, we eat beans. That is really cool. Like, very specific to this actual gift shop. Lots of bird feeders and different things. Let's head inside, though. I think Duke the dog is actually on the inside. Okay, so Duke's actually doing the meet and greet literally inside of the museum. Here's a really awesome photo op as soon as you come inside, though. We're going to go ahead in, meet Duke the dog. Let's actually take a moment though just to check out some of the different things as soon as you come inside. It began with a dream around the family and community, so they do have some different pictures here. Right underneath there, this is really awesome actually. Look at this. They literally have like a Holy Bible. You can see like the Bush's like signatures inside of this book, which is really cool. This is probably like the most ornate Bible I've ever seen before. Here is the Bush family beginnings. So you have all the different members of the family. The A.J. Bush family. That's like a whole like family picture. They have Vera, Fred Bush, Shell and Francis, Claude and Francis Bush. I actually really like how they add like all the pictures over in this section. This way it's more like of an intimate experience. And then right over here, looking to what's next. In the early 1900s, A.J. Bush had nearly 2 decades of experience as a school teacher, and he was a general store owner and a family man, a member of his community. None of it would stop him from looking to the future. A.J. began constructing a hosiery mill that would bring to his life his plans for business and employ his family and support his community. Like, how cool is that? So it actually has like his facsimile signature there. You have AJ with his mother, Liz Bush, and brothers Oscar and Bates.
An early step in his vision of passing something on.
Hey, you don't have to watch that door. Yeah, I got you.
This section here says below is an early retort kettle from the Bush's canning operation used in Chestnut Hill since the late 1960s. These kettles had to be filled by hand before being rolled over the retort for cooking. So here's the actual kettle. They do have it filled right now with a bunch of cans of baked beans, literally used up into the late 1960s. Actually shows like a picture of the actual piece right there being used. You'll find lots of different things though with like Bluey around here at the A.J. Bush Museum. So this is really cool though. Another one of those awesome photo ops with like an old kitchen. I always love like the seafoam green color things, like the refrigerator. You have the stove. Actually has like some commercials playing off in the distance there with some like different cans of baked beans that I definitely want to check out. Like, how cool are these? You got Bush's Best tomato sauce, tomato soup, vegetable soup, Morton's sea salt. And then right over here, let's see what we got doing. So here is Jean Bush. This is an actual like recipe book, Guide to Better Cooking. Some signage driving the business forward. After his death of Fred Bush in 1959, Claude Bush assumed the role of president. He found himself at the helm of the company that had been run responsibly and conservatively, and now was in a position to expand. Claude brought several struggling canneries throughout the Midwest and South to facilitate more efficient transport of product, and launched his own trucking line, Tennessee Truck Lines, 1962. And again, they actually have some pictures of the different things. Like, here is the actual truck right there for Bush's. You can see like the Tennessee logo, known for green beans. Then here is some more of the different cans of beans that they do have. Again, the tomato sauce, tomato and cheese, look at that. This looks crazy. Bush's Showboat cut green beans. And then right over here is like an actual dress that was worn. This right here, though, is probably one of my personal favorite pieces. This is an original office chair that A.J. Bush actually like sat on and used. Like, this is a really incredible like piece of history and really neat to be here at the museum. So that's really cool. It kind of has like a little photo op with like an acrylic case around it. Right over here is some more pictures. Dad wanted a symbol he was fascinated with. Let's see here, the river traffic and the lead, and that led him to think of a musical showboat. That's where it all came from. So there's the actual showboat there on the bottom. This section here has some can openers throughout the years, so I do like to dive in and check out some different like pieces of history. You have the lever style 1890 Schofield. You have like the bull's head design. That's from 1860 to 1880. You have your bull's head. Look at these, literally from like 1930. Like, isn't that crazy? Some older ones down here on the bottom section. Center punch styles, advertising platform. You have the rotating wheel. And then right underneath there, circa 1925, they actually have like an old can of Bush's tomato sauce. Let's actually head a little bit further in the museum though, so we can actually meet Duke the dog. There's a couple different like interactive things to do over here that I kind of want to show you though. So you can actually step on this scale and see what you weigh, literally in like Bush's baked beans. Let's see what we got. We have 249,600 beans. Another little photo op. This is more of like a cardboard cutout of Duke the dog. He weighs 53,600 beans. They have like, kind of like to show you like an example, a bike that weighs 24,700 beans. Here's a Bush's baked beans backpack. That one weighs 7,000 beans.
One other soul knows my secret family recipe. He's not talking, are you, Duke? And he's not talking, are you, Duke?
You go step on the scale.
One other soul knows my secret family recipe. And he's not talking,
But I
are
need
you,
to be
Duke?
able to read the...
Sorry about the Duke.
Okay, so we're gonna head over here to the upper section where you can actually meet Duke the dog today for today's meet and greet. Okay, so Luke's actually getting his picture taken right now with Duke the dog. Like, how adorable. Like, the dog is so nice. He just sits there for a cool little photo op with the Bush's Best can. That is so cool to be able to come here to the Bush's Baked Beans Museum though and actually meet Duke the dog. Like, a really nice experience. And again, like, that is completely complimentary. Like, you don't have to pay for any of this, but they have an absolutely massive bean that you can get your picture taken with, and some different like facts I do want to check out. So here is like some kidney beans. Fun bean fact: did you know that kidney beans come from a variety of color patterns? Look at that, I had no clue. White, cream, red. You can get black ones, purple ones, and spotted ones. Yeah, I definitely had no idea about that. Here is the best beans become Bush's. It shows you all the different states there around the United States of America where you can actually, like Bush's Baked Beans actually gets the different beans from. Well, that's really cool though. Again, another cool thing in the backdrop, but it tells you a bunch of different fun facts there. We can kind of like lift the little spaces and see some of the facts about Bush's Baked Beans. Here are navy beans. This is, let's see here, fun little bean fact. Bush's buys 20 to 25% of the entire U.S. crop of navy beans each year. How cool is that? This back wall section looks like an actual grocery store. I do believe like you can play games and stuff on here, so I do want to check this out and see what's going on. So you get like your vegetarian baked beans. You can scan that to discover, let's see here, what makes the beans beautiful and explore more. So you can scan that QR code. Let's see what else we can close that. And I want to see if we can find any of the assorted games. There's Duke the dog popping out. Okay, so this is that Where's Waldo game where you do have to find Duke. Literally my last visit here I did this. I couldn't find Duke. Let's see if we can find him now this time. But definitely drop a comment in the comment section if you can find Duke before me. Let's see, I always start with the sky there. I try to think of like the most like places where Duke wouldn't be. Yep, Duke is like totally eluding me this time again. But leave a comment in the comment section if you can find them. This sign here says Bush's Water Reclamation Program. Explore how our production process uses water in ways that are responsible to the land that we call home. So they source the water, reuse water from natural springs and wells, literally on the property here at Bush's Baked Beans. The energy, they've reduced our natural gas by 20%. So it looks like you can actually like do some like different interactive things. Let's see what we got. Okay, so you can spin the wheel. And looks like the balls actually come to the top. Oh, this is fun actually. Like, how cool is that? It's almost like a little game that you can do. And the balls come down.
Look at fields, and they would count beans in the pod, and this is going to be a great crop. But really, Bush Brothers was instrumental in the reason why Chippewa Valley Bean exists.
Let's actually take a moment though to flip up some of the signs. What type of beans does Bush's buy most? And again, you can tell like all the little interactive things. Bush's is one of the most largest purchasers of navy beans, buying approximately 20 to 25% of the crops every year. Over here is the next one. What are the bean hotspots, or where are the bean hotspots, I should say? Over 69% of the dry beans grown in the U.S. come from 4 states: North Dakota, Michigan, Nebraska, and Minnesota.
Is in the upper Midwest for the most part. North Dakota being the largest producing state. And then as you work your way toward the Great Lakes, we have Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, and then as well there's product grown a little further to the west in Nebraska and Colorado, and a bit in California.
So after that, it kind of spills you off into the gift shop that we definitely want to have to check out some of the merchandise for Bush's Best. But this is like the little walkway ramp. They have some interactive things going on here.
From our family,
thanking you for coming to visit.
That beautiful bean company.
Enjoy more of this beautiful bean experience. 3 words: pinto, you have bean, and then pie. Visit their cafe. We're definitely going to do that today. You can get some different merchandise here at the general store, some recipes, and all sorts of really cool things. Literally, the general store is right over here. So let's just pop in, check out some of the different merchandise that they do have. Here is a really cool like reusable tote bag that says roll that beautiful bean footage. This is specific to Bush's Visitor Center. These are only $4 a piece, but they have some really nice like die-cast vehicles, just like the truck that we saw out front, the 1940 Ford pickup. These are $26 a piece. They do have like some different kitchen hand towels. The prices here are actually really, really reasonable. You have your secret family recipe on there. These are only $8.50, but they have some really cool like soup-sized coffee mugs since 1908, Bush's Best. These are $13 a piece. That's a nice like a white coffee mug. Here's like a massive navy blue color one that I do want to show you. This thing is such a good size mug. You can fit like a lot of soup in there. This one is $14, but you could even find some assorted Christmas ornaments here as well. Here's actual Duke. Look at that, he has like a scarf and then a Santa hat on. Here is some rubber ducky versions of Duke with the little Bush's Best bandana, just like he had on today. This is a nice little take-home item for the kiddos. These are $4 a piece, but even more Christmas ornaments with the 1940 Ford truck out in front of the Visitor Center. But you could even get like some can ornaments here for Bush's Baked Beans. Definitely a cool little take-home for $11. Of course, you have to check out some of the different cans of beans you can actually get here at the Visitor Center. These are only $1.28 a piece. They have your purple whole beans, your Crowder beans. I don't think I've seen those ones before, so lots of different kinds. Your black-eyed peas. Here is some of your chili beans. These are red beans, mild chili sauce. They have some pinto beans, and like I said, you can get some recipes here as well for the pinto bean pie. These are completely complimentary, and actually says like the Bush's Baked Beans Visitor Center on it. I'm blown away with the amount of product that they have here. Your grilling beans. These are Southern Pit Barbecue. Looks like they have a couple different offerings though, like your steakhouse recipe. And it's really cool though, because with all of these, they do actually have the recipe card. that you can get, and some coupons like your hot honey grill and beans. These are $2.48 here at the museum. Like I was saying though, this is literally like a whole country store. It's not just Bush's family merchandise you're gonna find. You're gonna find so many different cool things, from little coasters to little wooden signage. Home is where the herd is. You have like a really cool cow. Buy me goats and tell me I'm pretty. Like, how cool is that sign with like the little heart? But these coasters are actually really nice. Like, these are handmade, only $3 a piece, with like some Christmas holly berries. Really nice for Christmas time. You can get a snowman, a Christmas tree, a whole bunch of assorted farm animals, from like horses, chickens, pigs, and some birds. Here's some more Bush's specific merchandise you can purchase at the Visitor Center, though. Here is the Family Kitchen Cookbook. These are $14 a piece. I like that though, a really cool like take home so you can make some of the recipes. They have two different trinket trays. One says bless your heart, the other one says I love you like biscuits and gravy. These are $7.50 a piece, but you can get some assorted can openers even. These are Oneida, so really good quality. It has the Bush's Best logo. And here's a refrigerator magnet since 1908, Bush's Best. Actually has the Bush's Visitor Center. These are only $3 a piece. The awesome thing about this store though, it actually looks literally like an old like school general store. You can get like so many cool little pictures back there, like different pieces, jars, cans of beans. So a really cool little place to get your picture taken. They have a massive stuffed animal of a Duke. And it's really cool how we actually got to see him today at the Visitor Center. But they have a whole little selection of different things that you can get for your pets. Here is a little frisbee with Duke on it. Here is, let's see here, more of like a little travel bag, fanny pack. It says Bean Vibe with Duke on there, with the little scarf with a smiley face. But some different Christmas ornaments and different things. Here's some adorable little plushies of Duke though. Look at this, he has like a little button there. It says Bush's Best and Duke. These are only $23 a piece. They have a couple different versions though, where like Duke is laying down. He has like a little bow tie with his tongue sticking out. They do make these in a couple different sizes, like I was saying. Like here is a smaller size with the little Bush's Best bandana. Actually comes with a clippy, so you can kind of like put this onto like your backpack or crossbody. They are only $7.99 for the smaller size plushies, but they do have some like little refrigerator magnetic notepads for only $3. Don't forget, this is like your grocery list. It says Bush's Best, and then the first thing on your list literally is Bush's Baked Beans. I like that a lot. That one is really cool. But you can get some different socks here, officially licensed products with Smokey the Bear. These are $10 a piece for the different pairs of socks. I actually have an entire section dedicated to different pairs, like a Jeep there. You got like the little canoe, the doctor will see you now. So that's like Duke all dressed up as like a doctor, but some bicycles and some cow print. Another thing I really like about the gift shop though, you can get a whole bunch of like stainless steel tumblers if you do have a dog. They have so many different versions. These are $24 a piece, but really nice quality. These are Serengeti. It has the little flippy up lid. They have so many different pets to choose from. And if you are interested in some of the merchandise here, again, you can scan the QR code. It'll take you to the website where you can check out a whole bunch of the different merchandise. But they have like some old planes for the kiddos, build and fly 6 planes. This is actually really neat with the packaging. These are only $8.30. Here's a paper plane set. You can make up to 18 planes to make and fly.
After this video, you can take a look at our bean map upstairs to learn more about where our beans come from. Anyway, Bush's uses tons and tons and tons of North American grown beans, and they arrive at our factory to become the perfect little starting points for our baked beans.
Sometimes we receive the beans here in a 1-ton tote sack. We just store them here in that warehouse.
We're talking baked beans here, but Bush's makes more than 120 products, including options no sugar, low sodium, organic, and more. There are so many ways to enjoy the goodness of beans. We use pure cane sugar and truckloads of pure molasses to make our own brown sugar right on site. And we still hand mix a lot of our spices, just like my cousin Condon Bush did back in the 60s, and then to the perfect consistency for each recipe. Then, when a saucepan meets tomato paste, It will send a signal to a controller, and the paste will be pumped into mix with the other ingredients. And all along the way, we measure and track every sauce recipe to ensure consistent quality. Before we keep going, a quick shout out to cans. They're incredibly safe, infinitely recyclable, and helpful in the fight against food waste. Later in your visit, look in the sustainability area upstairs for more on the benefits of can goods. Okay, back to it. Most of our cans are made right up the road. They arrive on these cool roller bed trailers, and they're automatically unloaded, cleaned, and delivered to the production floor. You can label about 1,200 cans an hour. Here it is slowed down. The machine rolls the cans through and applies glue strip. Then it wraps it all up in a neat paper label. An electronic eye watches over the entire process. So if it spots any can crooked or loose label, it'll kick that can out and send it back around to get relabeled. Chip. We open our quality lab where the beans undergo scientific testing and some good old-fashioned taste testing by people proven to have highly sensitive taste buds. With confidence in our product quality, we get ready to say goodbye to the beautiful beans.
As you're actually exiting the gift shop though, you can get a closer look, just like we were watching on the video, of the actual Bush's baked beans plant. Really cool though, how you can basically see how everything is made and be able to come outside and see literally where everything is made. And now that we checked out the whole museum, the gift shop, and we were able to meet Duke, let's actually head to the Bush's Baked Bean Family Cafe, try some of the different food offerings, because our last visit, everything was super delicious. And how's about this for something you don't see every day? There is literally a helicopter about to land outside of the museum. Look at this. Like I was saying though, we're definitely gonna have to come back and actually tour the whole house between December 9th to December 20th. Definitely something really cool, completely complimentary. Really excited to check that out in the future. All right, let's go ahead and have some lunch here at Bush's Best Family Cafe. The food here is super delicious. There is plenty of outdoor seating. And it's covered though, if like it's raining and you still want to take in the outdoors. Let's head inside though, check out the menu and all the different food offerings. Actually, as we're waiting for our table, we can actually check out a little bit of the menu here. So they have some heartwarming favorites. Bush's chili pot. You can get some beans and cornbread. Bush's chili pie. Here's some of the homemade deli sandwiches. You can get some hearty hamburgers, grilled chicken, a Reuben sandwich. They even have some pulled pork barbecue, toasted BLT. Some of the different sides are on the back side, of course, like Bush's original baked beans. They do give you a little sampling at your table, kind of like an appetizer that's complimentary. You can get some fried apples, some mashed potatoes, fried okra, and then on the inside is some of the other entrees. I'm going to be getting the country fried steak today. That is with or without gravy, served with your choice of 2 sides and a dinner roll, but they have some catfish, a barbecue platter, chicken tenders, even some vegetarian friendly items on the menu. Okay, so our name was just called to be seated. They have a really cool Bush's Best sign in the backdrop there. Kind of feels like a diner though, where you can sit, get some homemade pies. The seating in here is really cool though, kind of like you're sitting literally in a house. Let's actually check out some of the different dessert offerings, because I wasn't able to check that out when we were outside there, but they have some homemade pie by the slice. A few of the other desserts they have, you can get some hand scooped ice cream, banana split. We had that last time, that was really good. They have a Smoky Mountain hot fudge brownie sundae, even some hand dipped shakes. But the cool thing though, they do give you a little serving container of the brand new Bluey beans. They're doing a bunch of different Bluey things here at Bush's Best right now. There's the actual can of beans. That's really cool how they give you a little free sample. Okay, let's go ahead and try the Bush's Best Bluey beans. They're actually nice and warm. They have really good flavor to them. Of course, if you are here at Bush's Best, you have to try the beans. Luke and Mom over there absolutely house the beans already. Very good. Okay, so Luke went with the kids' cheeseburger. What'd you get on there? Pepper jack cheese?
Yeah, I got pepper jack cheese, I got lettuce, and I also got tomato, and of course you gotta get the beans.
Looks delicious. And then I went with the country fried steak with mashed potatoes and gravy. You do get 2 sides, which is really cool. I got some macaroni and cheese. You got some cornbread here. They actually give you like a little pat of butter to go with it. Not a lot of restaurants do that, so that is really cool. Brandy over here got 2 hot dogs with ketchup and mustard, and then some of the Bush's baked beans.
It also came with chili, but I opted for it on the side so that I have a side of chili as well.
And then Mom went with the Reuben sandwich and a side of the Bush's baked beans. That looks like really nice bread though, and really good and toasted. Okay, let's start off trying some of the sides first. And again, I went with the mashed potatoes with cream gravy and also the macaroni and cheese. It's actually really good. Very cheesy, of course. Definitely tastes like a homemade cheese sauce, so that's very good. The mashed potatoes themselves, like they do have some potato skins in there. This is more of like your classic like pepper gravy. They're very, very creamy. The flavor of the gravy is actually really good. Very good. Okay, let's go ahead and put some of this country gravy on top of the steak. Seriously though, like how good does that look? Usually like for breakfast time, I always get like country fried steak and eggs, just so it kind of feels like more like dinner. But this is a very delicious country fried steak here at the Bush's Best Family Cafe. All right, let's go ahead and try the country fried steak. It's like very thin and lightly breaded. The meat itself is super tender. I always try a little bit there with the mashed potatoes on top. Okay, so for dessert, I went with like the Smoky Mountain Brownie Sundae. This thing is absolutely massive. You get like a huge mound of whipped cream, tons of hot fudge, and a cherry on top. Mom, Luke, and Brandy are all gonna share the banana split. You get like chocolate ice cream, vanilla, strawberry, so many different like sauces on there. These look really good. Okay, let's go ahead and try the brownie. The brownie's like really warm, like completely fresh. The ice cream here is absolutely incredible though. If you come, you have to get dessert. Seriously though, the food over at the Bush's Baked Bean Family Cafe is absolutely delicious. The prices are super reasonable and actually give you like a good portion of food as well. The beans, you definitely have to get them. Of course, you're at the Bush's Baked Bean Museum. Like, why not try the baked beans here right from the factory? And the whole general store is just really awesome. Lots of cool Bush's Best merchandise, things with Duke the dog, but we got to check out the museum, actually meet Duke today, which was really incredible. Like, he just sat and stayed, very polite, mild-mannered, really cool to meet him today and just enjoy a beautiful day here in Tennessee. That being said, if you like today's video, give it a big thumbs up, and as always, make today awesome.